Hello everyone and welcome to the FM network. My name is Andrew and I'm here today as a guest creator bringing you a ridiculous tactic that you're going to have to see to believe. Remember, if you enjoy this, pop a like and a subscribe onto my channel, The Gib Show, where you can see some upcoming tactics videos and my YouTube Let's Play series, The Hexagonal, when I'm trying to win all the big league trophies in South America. And make sure to subscribe to the FM network if you don't already, where you can get all the latest videos from myself and all the other great creators we've got on there. Now, let's get to the tactic. Here is the tactic we're going to be testing today. It is called Death by XG. And when you see the results, you're going to understand why it's called that. It is essentially a 4-1-4-1, but a little bit different. It sort of came from my friend Matt's created it. He started a kind of strikerless, and he went with the advanced forward, and it evolved, and he ended up winning every trophy in South America, the Copa Libertadores, and we are currently using it in our save, our Pentagon save with Groningen, trying to win the Champions League. And last season, we got to the semi-final for the second time in a row, using the Death by XG, trying to take us to that next level, win the Champions League and complete the save. So let's get to the position. The download link will be below, but if you don't want to use touch or something like that, you can use these instructions. I will go through them now. So we've got advanced forward. We've got a winger on support on the left with a roam from position and tackle harder. If you're not aware, if you click on the edit button, get these instructions, add them all in, easy. We've got a shadow striker left on attack with shoot less often, roam from position, tackle harder. We have another shadow striker with roam from position and tackle harder. We have the Ramdeuter on the right wing on attack with tackle harder. So what we're doing there is, as you'll see with the out of possession, pressing the defence, just getting into them, all four of those guys at the top, stopping the opposition from playing the ball out. We have the box-to-box midfielder, who's the guy who's tasked with going up and down here. On the left, we have an inverted wing-back with tackle harder. We have a no-nonsense centre-back on cover. He'd a little bit of extra protection if the box-to-box midfielder's not there, just keeping that line of defence safe. We've got a ball-playing defender. And we have the inverted wing-back right with tackle harder. And we have the sweeper keeper. Now, it is an attacking mentality. What else would it be with those five going for it at the top? We're playing extremely wide. That creates a space. Wingers out wide. Lots of holes in between the defence. Get them moving around. That's where the shadow strikers find those gaps. Slightly short in passing. Higher tempo. We're working the ball into the box. We're running at a defence. In transition, we are counter-pressing and countering, and all we've got is roll it out for the goalkeeper, so we don't want to kick it long, we just want him to roll it out to the open man. Out of possession, we are using the offside trap, the higher line of engagement, so those four behind the striker, they're going to get in amongst the defenders, close them down. We're using a standard defensive line, and we're using the offside trap. Tighter marking, extremely urgent pressing, and we're getting stuck in. So yeah, so we're going to test it with Arsenal because that's Matt's team. In England, we're also going to do it on Leeds United because I think he felt it was a very Bielsa-esque tactic. Paris Saint-Germain and Nant's going to be interesting because they look like they're going down in Ligue 1. That'll be an interesting one. We've got Barcelona and Getafe, Borussia Dortmund and Hertha Berlin. And in Italy, we're going for Milan and Udinese. So really nice mix of teams. So we're going to go simulate the season. We'll come back with the results and we'll show you how well this tactic is done. Okay, so the test has run and let's see what the results look like because some interesting things have happened. We will start with Arsenal. As you can see, Arsenal came third, which is amazing. I think if you're an Arsenal fan, right, you would snatch people's hands off for coming third in the Champions League. 5 points behind City in second. You also see there at the top, they scored the most goals in the league with 88. Seventh best defence. It's probably to be expected with this tactic, especially with a team like Arsenal when the defence isn't great. Your central midfielders aren't great. There's a lot that could go wrong with that back line. We go to the competitions. Most goals of 88. Liverpool in second with 80. We've got, I think they just missed out on the best XG by 0.27. Nothing wrong with that. Man City, clear-cut chances. Arsenal second. Shots, Liverpool first. Arsenal in third. Team-wise, Aubameyang was the top scorer with 21 goals. Great results from Martin Odegaard, 16 goals, 26 assists, which is ridiculous. An average rating of 7.47. That's just nuts. Emile Smith-Rowe, he's got 13 and 13, which is, for an up-and-coming youngster, that's phenomenal. What they also had in the league was a really good end run to the season. Look at that. There's only 2 draws in the last two defeats in the last 3 months. So they're storming towards second, maybe a bit better run earlier on. That match, that January, February, a bit ropey. December's tough for the fixtures. Like, remember, this is a holiday test. If you're in control of this, you can rotate a bit more. You can pick where you want to go, who you want to play where. Like, I think Lacazette only started 18 games. Pepe, well, only started 5. Like, these people really underused. Use them more, and you can get more out of this. This is just a holiday test, so this is the managers picking the same team over and over. The other team we had in this was Leeds, who finished 8th, and they're only 1 point away from 7th. European football, which would have been great. You want to see them creep into Europe, but I think for this tactic, a team like Leeds, I think they finished 7th in goals scored, which is 8th in goals scored, which is really good. And looking at the XG again, I think they're in the top 5 for XG, which when you're coming 8th, XG 64, you're not far off Chelsea, you're not far off City. Couple of signings in there, a couple of better players to fit this formation, and they're absolutely smashing it. We'll go to Spain next with Barcelona, and as you can see there, Barcelona came second, which is really disappointing. 103 goals scored, the best in the league, the 8th best defence. This is really the issue. I think with defenders, you have to pick the right players. You want some pace. You need the inverted wing backs to be able to cover as well, which I'm not sure Barcelona have in abundance. Let's look closer at the league stats. As we saw, goals XG 96.64. Getafe in second, who we'll get to shortly. 103 goals in the league. That's Real Madrid second in 77. You sort that defence out, and this is absolutely smashing it. 2.71 goals per game. XG of 96.64. Like 23 ahead. Ridiculous. Squad-wise, you got Fati, Griezmann, Lionel Messi all scoring over 20. Coutinho, Dembele, Pedro getting a tune out of them as well. Yeah, 7.57 for Messi's a really good return on him as well. Possibly the best in the league. Yeah, best average rating, beating Toni Kroos. Fati the top scorer. Apart from not winning the league, what was the defence like against 45? Yeah, it's not great. If you can get that down to the 30s, that's a really good result. Team report: 128 goals is decent. Goalkeeper wise, 63 goals conceded isn't the best. If you look at what the best 11 was for this formation, PK is going to struggle in this team with the pace, and Alba and Sergio Roberto are much more used to getting further forward. You're not going to get much support from Fati and Griezmann, and you need to build a team around this. It has the bare bones of an amazing tactic if you've got the right players, but a couple of signings and you're going to win the league. Getafe, as we saw, did really well in the XG. They came 7th, but they're only 2 points away from 5th, which would have been Europa League. Amazing, like dreamland for Getafe. They've done really, really well. XG second, as we saw. Goals, they came third, just by 9 goals behind Real Madrid, more than Valencia, more than Sevilla, more than Atletico Madrid. Brilliant performance from Getafe. Any standout performers? Juan Hernandez, 16 goals. Jaime Mata, 14. Assist-wise, Portillo, yep. Carlos Alenia from Barcelona, 10 assists. Again, you're in 7th. Couple of signings, boost you way up into you're challenging for Europe after that. Next up is Germany, where Borussia Dortmund are the Bundesliga champions by 2 points over Mönchengladbach. Bayern Munich on 65, 4 points behind. You'll see there Dortmund are top of the goal scoring charts once again. 89 goals, the best. Again, middle of the table for defence. This is where it needs probably the most work. But I think if you're willing to sacrifice conceding goals for scoring goals, you've got yourself a really exciting tactic on your hands here. If we go to the detailed, once again, XG, Borussia Dortmund, 76. Hertha Berlin was the other team that we had on this test, but they sacked us in January, so we can't really take much credit for their 51 goals, expected goals. Yeah, Dortmund 89, like way ahead of Bayern on 51, which is ridiculous. Most clear-cut chances, most shots for, most shots on target. Absolutely brilliant. And the cherry on the cake for this is Erling Haaland, 48 goals in 42 games. That's ridiculous. 7.5 rating, threw in 8 assists as well. Jadon Sancho with 20 assists and 9 goals. Royce 11 and 10. Rafael Guerrero 3 and 10 from fullback. Like, brilliant performance from Dortmund. Over to France with Paris Saint-Germain and Nantes and shock. Quelle surprise, Paris Saint-Germain are the champions of France, but with a ridiculous 106 points, plus 115 goal difference. That's mental. Nantes came 9th, again, only a couple of wins outside of Europe, and for a team that looks like they're going to go to Ligue 2 this season in real life, like, I think you'd take that every time. Let's go into the stats. Got PSG 139 league goals. 139. Double. Lille came second on 69. For every goal Lille scored, PSG scored 2. Goals per game 3.66. That's nuts. 106 XG. Nantes in second, which is really good for them. Just shows you, like, again, picking the right players in the positions. If you take over this, human control. Couple of signings, obviously no signings made in a holiday test. None could have come in Europe easily. Let's look at the PSG squad. Mauro Icardi, 41 goals and 36 starts. Kylian Mbappe, 38 goals, 20 assists. I'm pretty sure he was playing on the right. Yeah, played 37 games on the right. 27 goals, 16 assists, couple of games as a striker. Goals-wise, you've got Neymar on 17, Sarabia on 16, Kimpembe at centre-back scored 14, Draxler 13, Di Maria 12, Rafinha 10. Assists-wise, this is mental. Di Maria 23, Sarabia and Neymar on 22, and Mbappe, as I said, on 20. Neymar with an average rating of 7.77. In the league, he finished on a 7.91. 7.91 in the league. Madness. Team report. How many goals? What are we going for? What's the prediction? 199 goals in all competitions. That's crazy. Only 46 conceded as well. You're conceding less than 1 a game. You're scoring a ridiculous amount of goals. So close to 200. I bet there's a missed penalty in there somewhere that they're taking it to 200. That's amazing. Nantes, on the other hand, as we said, came in 9th, but then they're only 8 points off Marseille in 6th. Get that European football. We've got Jean-Kevin Augustin on 16, Marcus Coco on 12. He's had an injury as well. Like, the numbers obviously are nowhere near as the same, but potential is there. The potential is definitely there. So there we go. That is the death by XG tactic. There is definitely some tweaks you can make to this. Mats, who created this, it started as strikerless, came into this 4-1-4-1. I think you look at the box-to-box midfielder, a more defensive role in there. I don't think you need him going forward. Maybe you look at the lines. You've got the stand the line is absolutely fine. Maybe you don't play the offside trap. Maybe you don't get stuck in and you don't get as many cards, or you don't have players being suspended. I think that is a big issue. Is look at the yellow card count. Corchia, Castelletto, Toure, all the nonce players on, they're going to miss so many games. Then you're playing the reserves who aren't as good, especially defensively, and you lose out. That's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any comments, any tweaks, let us know in the comments. Myself or one of the FM Network guys will have a look. We'll get back to you. If you've enjoyed this video, make sure you like and subscribe on the FM Network, but also go pop subscribe on my channel, The Gib Show. Join me for the Hexagonal. Having a lot of fun in South America. We're going to start doing some more tactics videos and trying to work out a few other ideas as well, so make sure you tune in for that. For me, for everyone at FM Network, until next time, cheers.